crystal flower brooch. It's at a QVC price of $79.50. We have 4 easy payments, so you can get this home for under $20. But that easy pay will go away at the end of the day. Private collection means we have taken pieces of Joan's real, really expensive jewelry and created them for you. And this one, you were telling me, David, originally, in its original version, praised for about $80,000.
The latest insurance appraisal we did, I was just with Melissa on Monday and Tuesday in Los Angeles, and we were kind of doing a little go through the vault, go through the pieces, and I just looked down, because I'm taking it on the plane, I need to know what to insure it for the flight, and it's appraising at $80,000. Now, Joan, I know it's crazy. Joan loved jewelry. She loved jewelry on the street from a card table vendor in Times Square. She loved jewelry from some of the best French jewelry makers, 18th century, 19th century. This happened to come in a box that has M and R on top. Well, that clinched the deal for Joan. She's like, I don't know what the M and the R stood for then, but that's Melissa Rivers in my book. So here is Joan's piece, and it's just exquisite. I am blown away by the presentation, of course, but by the idea of this is not necessarily just a brooch for the Edwardian woman who owned this. This is also a beautiful hair ornament. This would also be worn sewn onto the dress rather than pinned onto the dress. Your lady's maid would actually place this where you wanted it on the gown for the party, and then she would lightly tack it to the dress. So it was almost like it became embroidery or embellishment on the dress. This is from the Edwardian era. Edwardian means Edward VII, and that would be Victoria's son, Edward VII. He was the king after Victoria died. And the Edwardian era, known for its opulence, known for its beautiful soft lines, known for its beautiful taste. Art Deco gets a little jazzy and a little, jazz hot. Edwardian was really probably the last era of true elegance and true beauty. Edwardian architecture is amazing. Think just before Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey was Edwardian and then moving on into the 1920s, but that's that world of elegance. So this is Joan's actual piece. It's a French designer from the Burgundy, whose name was, help me here, Ferdinand Ducos. And he was known for his beautiful Edwardian pieces, owned by the Queen, owned by royalty from Copenhagen, like really kind of sold and made and designed jewels for very, very famous people. Joan acquired this probably about 20 years ago, actually. And Melissa recently, the movie Joy that came out?
Sure.
Melissa plays Joan in the movie. That was about a QVC person, Joy Mangano, and it was the story of her life. And Melissa plays her mom in the film. She wore this in her hair to the premiere in Hollywood.
Did she really?
She sort of tucked it in her back, had her hair up, beautiful red lipstick. She looked like $1 zillion, but she actually put it in her hair for the first time. And I almost got a tear in my eye because Joan, when she first got this, wore this to one of the award shows, maybe the Grammys, but again in her hair up and beautiful. So that's the real, guys. You're looking at the actual piece by Ferdinand Ducos, and then our version, which I think is just extraordinary.
And look at this as a side.
It's a stunning, stunning brooch. This debuted,
So well
about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. You were there, Amanda, about 2 weeks ago, in our private collection show with Jill Bauer.
And when we did that, or when you brought it in, you started with 1,000.
Okay.
Do you know there's less than 300 to go around?
Okay, and that's all. That's it for this pin. There will be no more, guys. This is the end of this pin. Now, I will show you, we did special packaging for the private collection. Your pin will come in our new graphite box with the private collection logo, and our famous black pouch has become our famous purple pouch.
Love it.
So it's purple velvet, and again, our little drawstring pouches, they're so good for storing your jewelry, but now the pouch has turned into the purple with the purple string. So a beautiful way to keep your jewelry preserved. I always say keep it when you're not wearing it inside the pouch, or if you're traveling, pack it inside the pouch. But as you can see, it's a beautiful piece of jewelry. We did a full long pin back.
Okay.
So it's going to go from there. Really, if you're pinning it onto something, you want it to be anchored beautifully. You could wear this horizontally, which would be beautiful. You could certainly cascade it the way Amanda did up the sort of almost where the lapel would be on a jacket. Very pretty. There's almost 500 crystals in this pin.
500, but they look like diamonds.
They look
round, clear, beautiful diamonds.
You got it. Well, this is Swarovski crystal, which is as good as crystal gets, set by hand. look at the dimension in this pin, how it's not just a flat piece of jewelry. It's got beautiful layer upon layer upon layer. I'm just so impressed with the quality of this. The fact that we got so very close to an $80,000 piece that was made 120 years ago.
Honestly,
I'm
the fact
so
that,
impressed.
I'm sorry, I know, and I don't mean to make light or sneeze at $79.50, but to make a replica, you could have easily, and so many would
Cut
have
corners and yeah.
or charged more, quite
Oh,
frankly,
no,
because
this-
of how spot on and the
this-
detail and the handset Swarovski
Sure.
crystals.
In our collection, a pin like this would normally be $179, $225.
Yes.
We really, with the private collection and with the limited edition, we really want to have extraordinary pieces. But I also love the idea of affordable. I think there's something great about that.
And look at how they're all
girls.
styled. It's
Oh,
almost 6
ma,
inches
ma, ma,
long,
I'm very
just so you
happy.
know, and about 2 inches at the widest point up at the
Beautiful.
top. But look at the scale.
Isn't that great? And this is the longest pin in the collection right now. If you're looking for the holidays are around the corner and you have that velvet turtleneck that you love to wear, or you have that perfect cashmere cardigan that you love to wear with maybe with a hostess skirt, this pin is the perfect moment. Adrian, A+ styling department. Isn't that when the models are nodding their head going, pretty. You've taken, is it just a little silk blouse? It's one of our little silky blouses. And you've
It's the sweater
Oh, it's the
that we
the
have,
cape?
the drape front cardigan.
Who is it? Who is styling this? Is it really?
No, it's the
Oh
sweater, the drape
my
front sweater
God,
that
that's
we had on earlier.
gorgeous. Stop it. So you
That's so
closed it up the
smart.
front and then you did it horizontal, or vertically rather, just spilling
Yes.
down. That is a knockout. Dee is in a little black dress with the opaque tights and that beautiful gilet shoe. And just, it's Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's that classic forever style. Dee, you could be 50 years ago, which was Breakfast at Tiffany's. You could be 10 years ago. You could be 10 years from now. That dress is
absolutely.
never out of style.
And it could be a
Adrian,
dress
I'm
that you
blown
had-
away. I got to tell you, this is working for me.
It's a little black dress, too, that she could have had for 5 years now,
Forever.
and she transformed it.
Forever.
And it makes it look
You
like
got
a
it.
new dress.
Well, look what Adrian did with our cardigan.
Yeah.
That's our drape front cardigan. I didn't recognize it, and I designed it, by the way. And it's just made a complete evening ensemble, and you're the most comfortable woman at the party because it's kind of drapey and relaxed, and it's not about get me my Spanx that I'm not going to eat. You know, it's like you can relax and look gorgeous.
David,
I am impressed.
Less than 200 now to go
Oh,
around.
it's a beautiful pin. It's lovely. And by the way, guys, when it's gone, we do retire Classics Collection pieces. We have to make more. So don't wait for the holidays and find out, oh gosh, we're not going to have that when we really want it.
Has your husband said to you, with an upcoming birthday or your birthday just passed, honey, pick out something special, buy what you
that's
want.
nice.
Here's that special piece you can get yourself on him.
Oh,
Do
that'd be
you have a
amazing.
mother who loved Joan or just adores beautiful, elegant jewelry,
Oh, look
and
at
you
that.
want to get her something special and unique? This is going to be her gift from you for the holidays or her birthday. Or it's that pick-me-up piece, that special find, that one of a kind.
Sure,
That
sure.
you'll never see again. This is for
it.
your jewelry box.
And with the colder weather coming, maybe this is your splash on an outerwear piece. Maybe you've got your favorite black
Fantastic.
coat, and pow, you put that on the lapel. That wakes up a winter morning when you're off to work.
Again, we started with
Gorgeous.
1,000 when we brought it in this month. We're down to fewer than 200. 4 easy payments is what you have tonight. Get it home, look at it, see how it feels, see how it plays. Less than $20. It's special, but once it's gone, David said, that's it.
It's done.
Of the private collection.
Oh,
Well,
I didn't mention, you'll get a little card explaining the private collection as well.
Oh,
which is
good.
kind of-
So,
for
if you are giving it as a
gift-giving,
gift,
you
yeah,
got
that's
it.
really nice. You
got
don't
it.
have to try and remember the story.
Lovely.
David Dangle, always a
What
pleasure.
a
always
joy!
fun
That was the
hanging out.
shortest hour of my life.
When
that was
are
quick.
you back and where?
Tomorrow at 11, we have a 2-hour show with Jen Coffey
On the main channel?
on the main channel,
Okay.
and it is packed with new. It is packed with new jewelry. It is, oh gosh, what's not in that show, Bitsy? It's got everything.
Well, we're setting
2
our TV
hours.
hours or we're tuning in, that's for
Absolutely.
sure.
I'm hoping you're sleeping.
Yeah, right. I got 2 young boys. Never.
Forget it. You're not
Okay.
sleeping. You haven't slept in years.
No, and I'm not going to sleep now. Why? Because I got another look at the QVC2 Big Deal from
Yay.
Susan Graver coming up next. Don't go anywhere.